the biggest things about the notary business right now is fees. I think that always has been, especially in the last 5 to 6 years. Notaries have seen the fees kind of go all over the place. And yes, that's with and without the whole automated signing websites. You know, I just had a notary the other day come to me and ask for, fee increase, and it was because the package was a little hefty. And, I'll just tell you from my experience, because that's all I want to share is the reality of this business, is this was actually a notary that we choose to always go to. This notary is great, professional, does great work, is always accurate. And this was an opportunity where there was obviously a difference of opinion as to whether the fee should remain the same or if it should be increased. I had no choice but to go back to the notary and ask, can you work with us on this? Because we accept a modest fee and we offer a reasonable rate. That's always going to be the formula that we use, but not every company does the same, and that's what I explained to the notary. I said, I want you to know why we do this, because we offer the most amount possible. In order to have this business up and running, we offer the most possible. And we do. Some other companies offer much less, I promise you. And by sharing that with the notary was able to understand what the situation was. And I kind of painted the picture to say, sometimes this is a reason why companies reduce their rate. And they send it out and they're trying to work with notaries for less money in order to compensate. When notaries ask for more money, when it comes to distance, to package sizes, to certain times of the day, to weekends, which, none of these files receive more funds, especially when you're starting to get these bulk packages, meaning more signings per month. They don't one-off the increase. So who has to pay that fee? The notary service. Now, if you're an experienced notary, or if you're into the business, or, everybody's variable is different. That's one thing that I've learned is, who's in it to make a living, who's in it part-time, who's in it but does it need the money. This is kind of where the supply and demand naturally comes into play. And it frustrates people because everybody wants the most amount. When I was a notary for 8 years, absolutely, I wanted the most amount per signing. But I also came to an intersection to come to grips. Again, as a notary for 8 years, I came to grips to say, I could do a couple things. I can complain about the fees because they weren't always going up. They weren't always going down either, because as a reputable notary, I was able to sustain good clientele. Not at max rate, I'm going to be honest with you. Max rate, when you want the 150s, the 175s, the 200s per signing, I think those are always going to be one-off signings. You're just going to add those to your week. You're going to add a few to your month. But they're very hard to sustain, and that's because anytime you work directly with a client who's paying you those fees, they basically have a job, a time, and most of the time they come last minute. If that's different for you, that's awesome. But in order to get these signings like every day, all day, or throughout the week and really sustain a living at that rate, I think it's almost impossible. And again, I think I've done everything I can to work with those companies. But their demand is very difficult because they need you to do every single signing, yes, at a certain time, certain people, certain location. And if you know anything about working with title and escrow companies, they will send you everywhere and anywhere. They'll send you 50 miles out, 40 miles out, 30 miles out, 20 miles out. And then you start to see that once again, you're back at an average to say, well, I'm getting paid $175 for this. I'm getting paid $150 for this. I'm getting paid $200 for this. But now I'm traveling, and now my time is getting taken up through travel, through delays, through this client, through this loan officer who's a little different, and they're not always accurate. I just believe you're always back in the same boat. So I believe that if you have the clients who are paying a little less, if you're getting the $100 or the $90 or $85, I believe that those are the clients that will give you consistent work, and it will be more so to your zoned area. If you start traveling for more money, there's going to be an offset in fuel, in time, in traffic, in convenience. Part of working with these signing agencies, taking a reasonable rate. You're always making the decision to put it in your calendar when you would like. And you're taking, again, a very reasonable rate. And your greatest counter to all of this is to become more efficient. And that was the greatest change for me. And if you go back through all these videos in the Mobile Notary Network, you're gonna hear over and over again me talking about how to become more efficient. Whether it's through your attitude, your accuracy, your acceptance of the business. This is where the money is made. I'm giving the secrets. I have more material that's going to be directed to getting the signing completed, but it takes an attitude, it takes a lifestyle in order to live it, breathe it, and be the very best at it. Get that phone to blow up. Ring, 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 text, 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 email, email, email. And then the ball's in your court. And you start to pick and choose when you can and can't work because you're filling up your calendar for signings that are in your area. I recommend that you go through all these videos, rewatch this video. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments. I'd be more than happy to help. I have so much more to come that has to directly do with the notary business, with the signing table, with documents themselves, and just everything that this business is made of. I hope you guys enjoy my videos. They're all made for you, nobody else. I do this, I know this, I love this, and all I want to do is share it. So if you know anybody who's a notary, if this has crossed you in any way, shape, or form outside of the notary business, please share it with them. Please don't forget to subscribe. Check us out on Instagram at Notary Professionals. I have a personal Instagram page, sgerardo78. That's on Instagram. And please visit Facebook, like our page. I post these videos there. That's when you'll know they're coming, unless you hit the notification button on our YouTube channel, the Mobile Notary Network. Anyways, I hope this finds you in a great mood. Hope you have a great attitude to proceed and have a great 2017. Again, so much more to come. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.